Man, I felt like a loser, because, man, I screwed up a lot. A lot. When I was younger, I got into all kinds of trouble with the law, just all kinds of trouble with school, everything. So I felt like I was just nothing. I felt like nothing, because I felt like I didn't accomplish anything. The middle child, had middle child syndrome the whole time. Always was doing stuff to get, attention. It was all about trying to get attention on me. It seemed like all my older brothers had attention for sports, music, whatever. My younger brothers, same way, and it was just me. I was the little short kid. Couldn't do much except play a little guitar. I used to be negative, completely negative. out of a room of greatness, I could find the one negative thing, and I'd pick at it and pick at it and pick at it and just dig a hole in it until the whole thing just looks awful. Honestly, it was drugs. That was my biggest frustration, because from the time I was young, talking 8th grade, I got into drugs. I had no control, no self-control of myself. Because before I felt so just terrible inside. I tried to put on this facade like, hey, I'm great, I'm Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Cool Guy. Honestly, it was drugs. That was my biggest frustration. And I could never really completely kick the habit until 2 years ago, when I completely dedicated my life to God. I knew what I was into was wrong, because I had experiences with God when I was younger. So I knew I just wanted to do what, your flesh wants to do. When I came back to extreme, that's honestly what did it. When I came back to extreme and just, saw these young kids that dealt with the same thing I dealt with, and it was like I was so much further mentally. I used to be negative, completely negative. Now, man, I try to have just such a positive outlook. I know I'm loved. If I don't even feel loved, I know God loves me. So it doesn't even matter to anything, nobody else, So it's like, I just want to be the lover like Jesus. I had no control, no self-control of myself, until I got saved and just dedicated my life and became real about it. Not just, a Sunday goer, Wednesday goer, just to go to church. I quit doing it for something to do. I did it to change my life. Man, I felt like a loser. Man, I felt so just terrible inside. I felt like nothing, because I felt like I didn't accomplish anything. I finally felt good about myself, about who I was. I didn't feel like a piece of crap, like worthless anymore. I felt like I am useful. I am completely awesome.